Marty, you're always very honest in your assessment when you are happy, not so happy. At the moment, obviously we're in a difficult run of form. How does that impact you?
Obviously, I was not very happy after our last game, our last performance against Millwall. But today is a new day, so I try to focus all my energy into face the next challenge. We got a big one against Ipswich, so it's true that, yeah, you will say that I'm quite honest in the way I show my emotions, but at the same time, I think that I move forward quite quick. So when I'm happy for a victory, I'm not very carried out because I know that how much job we have to do. At the same time, when I lose, I'm very disappointed. But I think it's time to, especially in these congested fixtures that we have right now, there is not so much time to feel sorry for ourselves, but to work and face the next challenge.
In terms of analysing the Millwall defeat to improve going forward, what disappointed you most about that?
No, it disappointed me that we knew how big game was for us, Boxing Day, London Derby, and we definitely wanted a much different expression than the one we show in the pitch. So for me, to have the ball especially, it's just a tool. It's a tool to create chances. And perhaps our understanding, especially during the first half, about how to use the ball possession to create chances to attack, in that case, the space that Millwall was giving us in behind them, we were not using it. And for me, that was a bit of misunderstanding about what is the real purpose of everything. So, as I said, I'm not very satisfied about the way I prepare my guys for such an important game. I take responsibility for that, but then it's just time to move on. We need to learn from this. Sometimes you can learn much more from bad performances, from defeats, than not for victories, and hopefully that will be the case.
Is that where the benefits can come from? Like you say, it's about understanding, depending on how the opposition sets up, what you want your team to do, and they almost need to experience that challenge in order to learn to overcome it. Is that where we can benefit moving forward?
100%. And when I look back to all the big teams that has been in the history, I don't remember any that was built in one day. They say that Rome was not built in one day, right? So I don't know. Looking back now, the first year of Pep in City took the first season was not even a single title. I think that Arsenal now is playing amazing football, and it took 2 years for Mikel Arteta to build something. I look at, I don't know, Johan Cruyff in Barcelona took 2 years. Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool, it took almost 2 seasons. So sorry guys, but it's going to take some time. The thing is that in football there is not so much time, so we need to make sure that we grow every day while we are competing, and that we learn from every situation. Because especially in the moment that we are right now, looking at the situation we're on the table, we know that we need to learn very quick to make sure that we really compete well, even though when perhaps the game is not flowing in the way we want.
The short-term challenge is very obvious, or the short-term target is very obvious. What gives you confidence that we can achieve that target of staying in the division?
Many things. I feel that the togetherness that we have in the staff, in the players, in the club, is a foundation. With our fans, I felt that from day one they have been fantastic supporting the team. So this togetherness for me should be the foundation on whatever we achieve. The second thing, I said that many times, I feel encouraged for the development that I see on the pitch with the players. And then performances, I said when we won 3 games in a row, is never just going forward. As long as the arrow is pointing in the right direction, it's going to be up and downs, because that's the natural process of any football team. And then most important, I do believe in those players. I do believe that we have quality players. I do believe that we are learning every day on how we can get better as a team, and that's what feels that, yeah, I'm confident about them. I'm confident about my staff, about myself, to achieve the target.
Ipswich are enjoying an incredible season, having won promotion last season. They've only lost once at home this term, and that was back in August. What sort of game are you expecting at Portman Road in terms of how they'll set up and how we will nullify that?
We know that they are a very good side, and they are building a great momentum as a club with the promotion last season, with the amazing season they are having so far. So we know how big the challenge will be for us to get points there. But I think this is exactly the kind of challenge that I like, that we need to enjoy, because we know that we need to be at our best, and this is a good way to try to bounce back, knowing that we play against a very good football team. I really like the way they play. They're playing with high intensity, with rhythm, with a lot of players in front of the ball, brave football. I think it's going to be, as I said before, a difficult game. But at the same time, we know that they are a side that concede spaces, that they concede actually goals. So it's about a little bit different, showing personality in a different scenario. But this is what football is about. It's about being brave, taking the ball, and showing that you can beat anyone.
The teams that have been challenging at the top, Preston, Hull, Southampton, arguably that's where our three best performances under you have come from. Do your players seem to get up more for the challenge of playing against the teams at the top end?
I don't know if there is a pattern or not. What I know is that we do have quality players in the squad, and then usually when you have full focus and when you understand that you need your best is when those players are showing the qualities. I don't believe that the focus is different when we play against other kind of teams, but I think it's going to be a very tactical game in the sense that there is two clear identities in the way we want to play football. Common understanding of we want the ball to attack, we want both of the teams, we want to make sure that we score chances and that we create a lot of pressure on the position. But at the same time, I think we have different ways to attack those spaces, we have different ways to travel as a team, to progress as a team, and in that sense I think it's going to be an interesting challenge for all of us.
Ilias Chair hasn't been included in Morocco's squad for the AFCON. While selfishly that's good news for QPR, how do you manage that? Because from his point of view, he's spoken very respectively in the weeks leading up to this that he understands his job is to help QPR, but he naturally has that personal desire to represent his country.
I was joking a little bit with him because obviously I understand that he must be disappointed. And actually, we really like Ili. He has been here for a long time, and we, as a manager, I want my players to have the very best of their careers. So I definitely think he has the quality to be there. At the same time, it's good news for us that he can stay with us to help us in this special moment with a lot of games. In the situation where we are, with January coming, with a lot of games at home, will be a really important period of the season. So, listen, I told Ili, I think that he has the quality to be there. The only thing, in my opinion, he needs to do, the last step, is to score more goals, to score more assists, to have more impact in the results, as he has done in the last 10 games. And I'm sure that then he will be always in that kind of lists. But let's gonna try to help him as well, because it will be a good signal if he can perform with us for the next months, and then I'm sure that he will be called as well in a national team that right now is doing really well and has a lot of quality in their squad.
And in other team news, Steve Cook, Chris Willock, how are they?
They seem ready. They trained today with the team. They got positive feelings. Tomorrow we're gonna assess last details with the medical department. But it's definitely good news that at this moment of the season, despite we got some injuries in the last game, if they are back, then it's only Jack Colback, the one who we are missing. He's on his last stage of his return to play. And it's very good news and very good job from all the club, from all the medical department that we have almost all the squad available.
And Morgan Fox getting close?
He's training with the team, and I would say that most likely he will be ready against Cardiff, if not against Bournemouth. So he's just training with the team, feeling positive, and now, as I said, very good news.
And very finally, more than 1,500 QPR fans are going to make the trip to Portman Road. It'd be fantastic to give them a late Christmas present.
I told in the last two games that we really wanted to give them some Christmas present. I hope that it's better late than ever, as they said. So hopefully we can give them this Christmas gift.